This show is part of One Place, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to the Sports Roundup. We are diving into the biggest headlines from the diamond, the court, and the pitch. Let's get you up to speed on everything happening in the world of sports.
Shuhei Ohtani prepares for a full pitching return in 2026.
6 Big Ten teams secure historic Sweet 16 spots.
Aaron Judge struggles as robot umpires make their debut.
Jose Caballero loses the first ever automated strike challenge.
Kylian Mbappe denies reports of a major medical blunder.
Debating if Ohtani is the greatest baseball player ever.
Puka Nacua faces serious allegations during the NFL offseason.
Ranking the most stylish jerseys for the 2026 World Cup.
Arizona and Arkansas prepare for a massive Sweet 16 clash.
Ben McCollum uses the portal to transform Iowa basketball.
Starting with the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani is ready to reclaim his status as a full-time two-way threat in 2026. After a 2025 season, where he only pitched 47 innings, the Dodgers are removing all restrictions. Manager Dave Roberts confirmed that Ohtani will no longer be on a pitch count or limited innings. While he won't start on opening day, that honor goes to Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Ohtani is expected to join a deep six-man rotation. This extra rest between starts is designed to keep him healthy while allowing him to maintain his elite strikeout rate, which sat at a blistering 33% last year.
It is incredible to think about the impact he had even in limited action. During the postseason, he threw at least 6 innings in 3 of his 4 appearances, including a dominant NLCS performance where he struck out 10 batters. The Dodgers are clearly confident in his recovery, as they are integrating him into a rotation that features stars like Tyler Glasnow and Roki Sasaki. By moving to a 6-man rotation, Los Angeles is giving Ohtani the best chance to dominate both on the mound and at the plate, without the physical toll of a traditional schedule.
Moving to college hoops, the Big Ten has finally broken through its March Madness slump, sending 6 teams to the Sweet 16. This is a massive statement for a conference that hasn't seen a national champion since Michigan State in 2000. Michigan, Illinois, Purdue, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Iowa have all advanced, falling just 1 team short of the all-time record. Michigan head coach Dusty May emphasized how vital this success is for the conference's reputation and future recruiting. While the weekend started with losses for Ohio State and Wisconsin, the remaining 6 teams have shown incredible resilience and high-level execution on the national stage.
One of the most surprising stories is the Iowa Hawkeyes, led by first-year coach Ben McCollum. They secured their first Sweet 16 berth since 1999 after a thrilling upset over top-seeded Florida. Alvaro Folgueras hit a clutch three-pointer with just seconds left to seal the win. Now, they face a conference rival in Nebraska for a spot in the Elite Eight. Iowa currently boasts the most efficient offense in the tournament according to advanced metrics. It is a fascinating hierarchy within the Big Ten right now, as these 6 teams try to prove the conference is the best in the country.
Back to the MLB. Opening day in San Francisco brought a mix of historic milestones and unexpected struggles. Aaron Judge went hitless and struck out 4 times, a rare sight for the Yankees captain. Despite his quiet night, New York dominated the Giants with a 7-0 victory. Max Fried was spectacular, pitching over 6 shutout innings to join an elite list of Yankees pitchers with such a strong opening day debut. The game also marked the first time we saw the automated ball strike system in a regular season game. It was a strange atmosphere as Judge was booed by the California crowd that once hoped he would sign there.
The Giants' new manager, Tony Vitello, had a rough start to his professional coaching career after moving up from the University of Tennessee. His ace, Logan Webb, was tagged for 6 earned runs over 5 innings. However, the real story was the efficiency of the Yankees' offense, which produced 5 runs in the second inning alone. Jose Caballero and Ryan McMahon provided the spark that Fried needed to settle in. It was a statement win for New York, showing they can win big even when their biggest star has an off night. The series continues, with high expectations for both pitching staffs.
Regarding that robot umpire, history was made when Yankees shortstop Jose Caballero became the first player to challenge a call using the new robot umpire system. In the 4th inning, Logan Webb threw a sinker that was called a strike by the home plate umpire. Caballero disagreed and signaled for a challenge by tapping his helmet. Within seconds, the Hawkeye cameras analyzed the pitch and displayed a graphic on the scoreboard confirming the ball caught the corner of the zone. The challenge was unsuccessful, but it marked a turning point in how technology is integrated into the game. Managers are still adjusting to this new strategic layer.
Yankees manager Aaron Boone has been a vocal supporter of the system, having spent the spring educating his players on when to use their challenges. He noted that it will be a learning process for everyone involved. Even Giants manager Tony Vitello admitted to feeling a bit of anxiety about the robots taking over, though the system only intervenes when a challenge is issued. The technology has been refined in the minor leagues since 2019, and its debut in the majors went smoothly from a technical standpoint. It adds a new level of accountability for umpires while giving players a fair recourse.
Switching to international soccer, Kylian Mbappé has finally addressed the bizarre rumors regarding his knee injury. Reports had circulated that Real Madrid's medical staff accidentally examined his healthy right knee instead of his injured left one. Mbappé categorically denied these claims, calling them a monumental mistake that simply didn't happen. He explained that the lack of public communication about his recovery likely fueled these wild interpretations. The France captain insisted that his relationship with Real Madrid remains transparent and professional. He credited both his club and the national team staff for his successful rehabilitation, stating he is happy to feel that both of his knees are now doing well.
While Mbappé is shutting down the rumors, there was a major overhaul of Real Madrid's medical department recently, which some journalists linked to his injury management. Regardless of the internal politics, Mbappé is focused on the present. He declared himself ready to start for France in their upcoming friendly against Brazil. Manager Didier Deschamps is being more cautious, suggesting that while Mbappé might start, he likely won't play the full 90 minutes. For fans, the most important takeaway is that the superstar feels fit and healthy. The drama surrounding his diagnosis seems to be a closed chapter as he returns to the pitch.
Back to Ohtani's legacy. The debate over Shohei Ohtani's place in history is heating up. Analysts like Chris Broussard are arguing that, while Ohtani is already the best of all time in terms of raw talent, he hasn't yet earned the greatest of all time title. The distinction lies in longevity and career milestones. Ohtani has already achieved things Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds never did, such as his historic 50-50 season and winning multiple MVPs in both leagues. However, he is only entering his 8th full season. In a sport defined by magic numbers like 3,000 hits or 500 home runs, Ohtani still has a long way to go.
It is a fascinating argument because Ohtani's peak is arguably higher than anyone we have ever seen. His strikeout rate as a pitcher is historically elite, and his power at the plate is undeniable. But the GOAT conversation usually requires a decade or more of sustained dominance. If Ohtani can stay healthy and continue this two-way production for another 5 or 6 years, the debate might be over. For now, he is the ultimate unicorn, a player who defies traditional comparison. Whether he reaches those counting stats or not, his impact on the game's global popularity and its perceived possibilities is already legendary.
Now to the NFL. Los Angeles Rams receiver Puka Nacua is facing serious allegations following a New Year's Eve gathering. A woman has accused Nacua of biting her and making anti-Semitic remarks during the event in Century City. Nacua's legal team has dismissed the claims as a shakedown, though they did admit to some horseplay occurring. This follows a previous controversy in December where Nacua was seen laughing about an anti-Semitic gesture on a livestream. While he apologized for that incident, he later deleted the post from his social media. These latest allegations describe an escalating situation that began at dinner and continued into a van ride later that night.
The details provided by the alleged victim are quite distressing, involving claims of vulgar and threatening conduct. This is a sharp turn for a player who was largely celebrated for his record-breaking rookie season. The Rams and the NFL will likely be looking into these reports as more information becomes available. Nacua's association with controversial figures has already put him under the microscope this offseason. It is a complex situation where the legal defense is trying to frame the physical contact as non-malicious, but the combination of the biting allegations and the reported hate speech makes this a very serious matter for the young star.
Looking ahead to 2026, the 2026 World Cup is still a year away, but the fashion reveals are already generating buzz. Chile's away kit is currently topping the rankings, featuring a stunning floral design inspired by the Atacama Desert. It is a bold look that captures the natural beauty of the region, with jagged lines and vibrant accents. On the other end of the spectrum, some traditional powerhouses are facing criticism for playing it too safe or missing the mark with experimental patterns. With 48 teams participating, the variety of kits will be unprecedented, giving fans plenty of opportunities to debate which nation has the best look on the global stage.
Curaçao is also making waves with their debut kit, a canary yellow design that pays homage to the architecture of their capital, Willemstad. It has a great retro feel with block numbering that stands out. These jerseys often become iconic symbols of a tournament, like Cameroon's 1990 kit or France's 1998 look. As the tournament approaches in the US, Canada, and Mexico, the apparel companies are pushing the boundaries of sports fashion. Whether it is a simple, clean look or a complex cultural tribute, these kits are a huge part of the World Cup experience for players and fans alike.
Back to the tournament. The Sweet 16 matchup between Arizona and Arkansas is shaping up to be a classic. The top-seeded Wildcats have been dominant, sweeping the Big 12 titles and cruising through the first two rounds. However, they now face an Arkansas team led by the hottest player in the country, Darius Acuff Jr. The freshman sensation recently dropped 36 points to lead the Razorbacks to their second straight Sweet 16. Acuff is making history as the first player since Pete Maravich to lead the SEC in both scoring and assists. His ability to take over a game makes Arkansas a dangerous underdog against the powerful Arizona squad.
Arizona has their own star in Jaden Bradley, the Big 12 Player of the Year, along with a deep roster of talented freshmen and veterans. They are desperate to return to the Final Four for the first time since 2001. This game will be a battle of styles and star power at the SAP Center in San Jose. Can Arizona's balanced attack and size overcome the sheer scoring will of Acuff? It is one of the most anticipated games of the weekend, with national championship implications on the line. Both teams have the talent to go all the way if they can survive this test.
Finally, Iowa's roster build. Ben McCollum's success at Iowa is a masterclass in using the transfer portal to build instant chemistry. When he took the job, he brought several key players with him from Drake, creating a core that already understood his system. 4 of Iowa's current starters played for McCollum last year, which has allowed them to bypass the usual growing pains of a new coaching staff. This continuity has been the secret sauce for their run to the Sweet 16. Only 2 players from last year's Iowa roster remain, showing just how much McCollum overhauled the program to fit his vision for a high-efficiency offensive machine.
The most vital piece of this puzzle is Bennett Sturtz, who has been McCollum's floor general for years. He is averaging over 19 points and playing nearly the entire game, providing the leadership Iowa needed. While the roster is filled with transfers, McCollum also integrated talented freshmen like Trey Thompson and Trevin Jr. This blend of experienced transfers who know the coach's expectations and fresh talent has made Iowa one of the most dangerous teams in the bracket. It is a blueprint that many other programs will likely try to follow as they look to rebuild quickly in the modern era of college basketball.
That wraps up our sports briefing for today. Be sure to follow us for your daily update on all the major stories. We will see you back here tomorrow.